Hey, good evening to you, and welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech as we are in the Great Western Hyper getting ready for Game 2 as Montana Tech taking on the Bulldogs of Montana Western, the Digs, number 8 in the country. And the Bulldogs under a new head coach. I actually threw this at Coach Hyatt and some other people. When's the last time, and originally I was only thinking this weekend, but our Frontier Conference family as far as coaches, you know, we don't get much coach turnover very often. But I asked Coach Hyatt, I'm like, when's the last time as a head coach did you play back-to-back teams that had new head coaches? And actually, you can even roll Carroll in there and say, we had 3 games in a row against Frontier opponents that have new head coaches, which is crazy to me. Oh, hi.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Turn me on so I can talk. But the Frontier Conference, it's rare that you see coaches give it up. And I don't know, for whatever reason, the 3 that left this year, you get new people in and the world looks differently. You got to figure them out because you know how the other coach thinks when he's been around a while. But when you get a new coach in, that's a different world because I've always been a big proponent of understanding what how the other guy thinks. And I don't know if any other coaches do the same thing. But now they got to restudy everything that's going on and get it figured out. But it takes about a week after you've played them. You got it.
Yeah, just an incredible turn here with the amount of new coaches we do have in both the men's and women's side of things. But let's go ahead and run through the standings here. As I mentioned, Montana Tech, they're the only undefeated team in Frontier Conference play. They are 3-0, coming off a really big road trip. To win at Northern and to win at Carroll is kind of rarefied air. I mean, you know, winning in the Armory on the men's side it's a big deal.
Well, you know, you and I always talk. You got to hold home and you got to split on the road. Well, they're doing both. They're winning on the road and at home. It's going to be tough for these other teams to keep up with them. But they're not ranked as high as they are in the country because they're just a team that might win one day and might struggle on the road. This team is so deep. I mean, they're 10, 12 deep, and anybody comes off the bench, it's like they didn't even lose anything. So, and Bellis hasn't really got his legs under him yet. That's going to make a big difference before everything is said and done, too, because he'll come back.
You know, and really the Carroll game was kind of his breakout, in my opinion. He came out 19 points, played real strong, was taking shots that we're kind of used to from him because there was almost, I mean, you can understand any kind of hesitancy. You can understand anything. I mean, he's recovering still from significant knee surgery. And to kind of get your game legs under you, get back to game speed is a huge adjustment. But I thought he played fantastic at Carroll, taking the shots that we expect out of him. You know, I mean, he wasn't afraid. His first shot, I think, was about a 32-footer. And you're like, all right, that Belly's back. We're good to see. And, you know, starting to knock some shots down, aggressive in the block, getting rebounds. It was great to see him, you know, step up and play a really big contest.
Well, and Tech needs him, too, if they want to try and win the whole thing. And the bottom line is any injury that's that serious, everybody, you know, we human beings, none of us are alike, and neither is an injury. It can affect you in a multitude of ways, mentally, physically, and whatever. And he's handled it, and he will be back. They need him when the conference tournament comes. They don't need him right now. So whatever it is, whether the knee's still bothering him, maybe the psychological part of the game has gotten to him a little bit, he'll come out of that and end up being just like he used to be.
As we take a look at the standings again, Montana Tech 3-0. They're 13-3 overall. Carroll College is 2-1 in conference, 8-8 overall. Rocky on the men's side, 1-2. Northern 1-2. Western 1-2. And Providence 1-2. 3 games into this conference schedule.
And this will be a great game because Western is not to be taken lightly. They can put points on the board. The problem they've had so far this season, they're giving up a lot of points when they're getting beat. So they've got to D up a little bit better, but they can shoot it. This is a good basketball team.
Yeah, I mean, it's Frontier Conference men's. I mean, you better not take anybody lightly in this conference, or you're going to be on the losing side of an outcome.
I'm listening to you go 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and every one of them have great coaches and they're good teams.
Exactly.
In fact, Northern actually had Tech up at Northern, and then Tech doing what they always do. Somebody found a way to win it. So it's just an interesting conference, and it's exciting basketball. I can't believe more people don't come and watch this. This is fun basketball.
Well, we are getting ready for a good one here tonight. We have a good crowd on hand. The lounge is probably packed. We're never allowed to go in the lounge. We need to figure out how we can get back in the lounge. Our Hall of Fame lounge today, sponsored by the Montana Tech Foundation. And we never get back there.
I don't know if they want weed in the lounge. I don't know if that's allowed.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably. There is pending litigation and things of that nature.
For you, I'm still me.
Again, thanks for joining us here. Game 2 of our doubleheader, getting ready to roll. Remember, Montana Tech is on the road Saturday. They'll go to Providence, take on the Argos in Great Falls. 2 o'clock for the women, 4 o'clock for the men. And, of course, you'll be able to watch those at GoDiggers.com. So let's take a look here. The starters for the Bulldogs, they're starting 5 out. Jalen Stepney. Stepney averaging 18 points a game at guard for the Bulldogs. He wears number 1. He's a 6'3" junior. Next out is Kevin Bethel. Bethel, a 6'2" junior. He wears number 11 for the Bulldogs. Next out on the floor is Abi Adito. Adito had a monster, I want to say against Carroll, 30 points last week in a ball game. Just a huge game for him. 16 points is his average. Next out is going to be Michael Haverfield. I don't think we need to tell anybody here in Southwest Montana anything about the Haverfields, but Michael Haverfield, a 6'4" junior, wears number 20. He can hit a shot from any square inch on the floor.
Yeah, he's got to be guarded. Pick him up in midcourt because this guy can light it up. And I'm looking at Adebo. Is that
Adito?
Adito, yeah. This football coach ought to be recruiting this guy. He looks like he could be a great defensive tackle or defensive end. So I got to talk to Coach North, see if he's missing the boat here.
In the block is going to be Jackson Berkeley. Berkeley, a 6'5" sophomore. He wears number 34 for the Bulldogs of Montana Western. So let's take a look at the other side of this thing here, ladies and gentlemen. As we are getting ready for our Montana Tech starters. Coach Adam Hyatt just honored here. He got his 100th win at Northern. Frontier Conference win, I should say, which is certainly a great number to have. 67 wins now in conference at Montana Tech. He had 34 when he was down at Westminster.
I think that may be the most any Tech coach has ever had.
Really?
Kelvin had, I believe, 80, maybe 88.
Okay.
So he's ahead of the course there. I don't remember how many Rick Dessing had, but I think this guy's over the top now.
I was the one I was really happy to see for him is as of today, he enters conference play 67 and 67. It has been a long climb, obviously, to get the program where it is, and he is now 500. With his record in conference, and that number is going to change pretty drastically here.
When he first walked in here, took him 2 or 3 years, maybe even 4, to build this thing into the monster that he's done. So, a credit to him that the recruiting that he's been able to do.
Yeah, very much so. So as the starters get announced here for Montana Tech, taking a look out at the guys out there, Krishan Dixon is on the floor. Asa Williams, also Birdie is there. Hayden Decon's averaging 11 a game, wearing number 11. Michael Yor is in the block. He's a 6'7" junior. He wears number 42. And Bellich, your last starter out for Montana Tech. Caleb Bellich averaging 12 points a game. He's a 6'7" senior. He wears number 10. Again, coming off a tremendous performance in Carroll. Had 19 points in that ball game. And really, you don't want to put any more undue pressure on him, but we're never going to put as much pressure on him as he's putting on himself. But Belly, just had a really nice ball game in Helena.
Well, maybe he's coming out of the shell. We're all praying, but I'm going to tell you what, you want to watch a physical game, watch this one.
Our TDS tip-off is coming up. Bellich going to jump it off with as he'll get across from Adito. As ball goes in the air, Adito will get the tip.
They should jump that.
Yeah.
I got 2 technicals in Bozeman over that very thing, if you remember.
We do talk about that one a lot, though, don't we? Underneath, Haverfield with a scoop shot, no good. Montana Tech back the other way. Into the offensive side, Krishan Dixon. To Belly. Belly to the rack.
Look good on that play. That knee. Not bother him.
Caleb Bellich rolls it in with the right hand. Do you think it's important for him to get started early?
I think it's always important for a shooter to get started early.
Adito down the right side. Great sky hook. You can't do anything about that.
Nothing. That is a tremendous shot.
My goodness, he is from London, England. And just the big sky hook, absolutely undefendable. Michael Ure, top of the horn. Pass goes right side to Krishan Dixon. 1 minute gone here in the ball game. Dixon drives. Pull-up floater from 5, no good. Rebound controlled by Western. Boy, I'll tell you that Krishan's offensive help here as of late has been a huge factor for Montana Tech. You know, getting 7-9 points a game and is a big factor.
Yeah, you need your point guard to get you some points, but more so run your offense.
Western spinning, right-handed. Shot goes up and out, no good for Berkeley. Rebound Montana Tech, Asa Williams.
Excellent defense by Belic.
Williams up top, moving lefts, down the right side, lost the handle for a moment, gets it back under control, fires the 3 and he gets it. Asa Williams drains the 3. He's shooting 35% from downtown on the year.
Not anymore.
Nope, that'll go up a little bit. And the Digs leading 5-2. Just underway here, game 2 of our doubleheader. Again, these two teams will play 3 times during the regular season. And we're going to get a whistle as a ball came floating out on the floor. John Thatcher can't keep control of his toys.
It's my 3rd grade boys team here in Butte.
Western will inbound, 16 on the shot clock. 2 minutes gone here in this ball game. We have a packed house, and it's one I certainly always look forward to, but I will say our crowds this year have been awfully good. Western left side out there with it is Stepney. Stepney drives, floater partially blocked, now a late whistle. And they're going to get Ure on the front side.
That looks like a great block from behind.
Yeah,
but he might have got him with his body.
So Ure picks up the personal.
Had a crowd in the way, couldn't see it all. I don't want to become an official, as you know.
Yeah, we are a long way removed from that. Deacon's got the, I think Deacon's block was clean from the back, but Michael Ure in the front of it.
That's a good call.
Was the issue. Stepney's first is money. Jalen Stepney averages 18 a game. Real smooth player. Gets the ball for his 2nd attempt. And the shot is up and good.
He's got a red T-shirt underneath his uniform. I couldn't shoot if I had that on. I couldn't.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to understand this.
And Krishan Dixon kicks it out on the edge. Decons cuts through the defenders into the paint. Decons fakes right, comes back to his left side. Off the glass and in, Hayden Decons.
Excellent body control, had control of the whole situation.
I think we talk about it every game, and we might as well now. His ability to elevate is just insane to me. He can jump with the best of them. Adito attacks the glass, shot doesn't go. Thought we might have gotten a whistle for a travel, possibly. Asa, step back, 3-point shot, back of the rim, no good. On the rebound, Western basketball. Boy, shook his defender in a big way. And here come the Bulldogs into the offensive zone. Adito sets a screen up top. Stepney with it, passes left, around the horn, goes baseline. Wraparound pass, Adito goes to the right hand. Boy, that's an easy finish. Great feed by Bethel.
Great pass, but the power move was just awesome.
Adito with 4 points. Montana Tech with a rock. Asa Williams. Michael Ure, left side. As out there controlling. Decons back in the corner, Dixon. He'll lob it into Ure. Ure mismatch on the interior. Mike with a right hand, no good. Defensive rebound, Stepney. Stepney with good defense on Michael Ure.
Yeah, that was really good.
Thought it was much more of a mismatch than it ended up being. Adito double teamed, pass goes out of the wing. Haverfield gonna fire the 3 and he gets it.
That's the one guy you don't want to leave alone.
Michael Haverfield. We have seen that young man go off a lot for years.
They've been fun to watch, the Haverfield family.
That they have. 4 minutes gone here in this first half. Decons with the left hand, gets bodied up, kicks it out on the edge, Asa Williams. Williams back out to Michael Ure. Ure fires, front of the rim, no. Defensive rebound, Western. They lead by 2, looking to expand that here. They'll hand it off to Haverfield. Haverfield sends Berkeley up toward the top. Now they'll move it into the hands of Bethel, and he'll run it. Bethel sends Adito to the right side, double high posts. Adito gets it around a screen, spins. Follow-away jumper is up and in. Nice looking shot by Adito.
I love it when a player got people around him, and they maintain their stature, and he did that real well.
Asa Williams here on the near side comes across to Rashawn Dixon. Dixon floats it in. Caleb Bellich turns, falling away. Belly knocks it in.
Good luck trying to block that fall away jumper. Impossible.
Belly 2 of 2, and the lead is 2 for Western. They're up 11-9. Western in the offensive side, 3 wide, running, matching cutters into the paint. Adito right side, out to Haverfield, 3-point shot, money again.
Did I tell you got to guard him? He's tough.
Michael Haverfield, back-to-back threes. And Haverfield puts the Bulldogs up by 5. Montana Tech with it, Bellich. Feeds it on the inside to Decons with one hand. Steps through with a right hand, Hayden Decons.
Hayden ought to give Bellich a handshake. That's a great pass to him.
Big time. 3-point lead here for Western. Western did their scout that time. Decon's a lefty. You know, you certainly expect him to go that way, and when he turns to the right hand, good luck. Michael Yor swats that away. Here come the digs. Bellich draws the loose double team, feeds it on the inside. Rashawn Dixon, Decons drives, scoop shot no good, whistle and a foul. Adito will get his first.
No fear, take it to the hoop.
Not a slip of fear at all. Adito will get his first. And that will put Hayden Decons at the line. Decons, the 6'6" sophomore. I remember the first time I watched him play, it was in practice when we were in Texas for the national tournament. And it was when Sindhu Diallo, one of our great friends and a guy we love dearly, was obviously running this offense. And I was unfamiliar with Decons. He was a redshirt, but he was there, and in practice, like, he shut down Sindhu Diallo. And it was one of those, you're like, who's that guy? Who's that guy?
How come he hasn't been playing? Yeah.
So Decons will get ready for attempt number 2. Hayden, a 56% free throw shooter. About 6 minutes gone here in the ball game. His second is up and good. He gets 1 of 2. Decons with 5 points in the ball game. Cam Lawrence will check in. Also, Keely Bake is into the ball game, and Afanye Okeke. Okeke coming off a huge second half against Carroll. Was great to see because his first half was just cold. I mean, just couldn't find a basket in that first half, and boy, he caught fire in the second and was a big factor.
Yeah, do you think he really wanted to play well against Carroll since that's where he transferred from?
The pass going to go out of bounds, turnover to Western. The number of Carroll guys there was extra energy for those Tech guys that used to play at Carroll.
Absolutely.
A little bit. 2-point lead here for Western, 14-12 over Montana Tech. Let's go ahead and keep it here. Let's talk about how this thing has come out of the chutes here, JT, as we take a look team number-wise. Western shooting 56%, Montana Tech shooting 56% as well. Both teams 5 of 9 from the floor right now.
Well, they're both playing well. They got to, you know, anytime you play, everybody has a different way of teaching this basketball game, and you've got to make adjustments, and that's usually when you find leads get increased or into the game, how to run your offense against them, and they're just feeling each other out right now.
Western leads by 2. The other number that jumped off the page at me against Carroll, Montana Tech had 3 turnovers in that entire ball game.
That does not enter into anything. They probably are the best team in this conference. Not probably. They are the best team in this conference at taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, they lead the conference by a pretty large margin. They average 8 turnovers a game, 8 and change. And I believe that's good for 8th in the country as far as that mark goes. And that's been kind of their hallmark here the last several years.
Well, that's why they're so good, because the name of this game is turnovers and rebounding. And when you turn the ball over 15, 20 times a game, you find yourself digging a deep hole.
So Western will inbound off the turnover. Western, Dito has 6 points. Michael Haverfield with 6 points. Go ahead and give me a number. What do you think Haverfield shoots from the 3-point line?
I'm saying 45%.
Obviously, my computer's wrong. It only says 30%, which I'm not sure I agree with either, to be honest.
Well, maybe he's having a down year.
I was going to say, maybe it's just what the games we're around. Driving through the middle, Taylor. Taylor with the left hand, puts it up no good. Rebound controlled, Cam Lawrence. Lawrence down the floor, he gets it off to Keely Bake. To Belic. Belic around a screen. Belic backs it out. And here comes Bake. Bake fakes the pass, goes up, ball stripped away, looking for a whistle, nothing there. Western the other way. He wanted a foul, and the officials say nope. Here comes Berkeley. Berkeley back up top, Stepney. Stepney gets it off to Berkeley. Down in the corner it goes to Taylor. Taylor. 7 minutes gone here in the ball game. Western by 2. Fighting for position is Pitcher. He'll turn and fire off balance, and Pitcher knocks it in.
That is a difficult shot.
My goodness, Christian Pitcher with a fall-away jumper. His first basket, Montana Tech with a rock. Into the high post, they fake the pass, move it out to Asa Williams. Williams, far right wing. Asa, cross court here on the near side to Lawrence. Lawrence with a right hand around a screen, and they're going to say moving screen. OKK will pick up the personal, and the ball goes to Western, and Coach Hyatt going to call a timeout. 12:31 left to play here in the first half. Western by 4. And we're waiting to see how long of a timeout we get here. And it looks as though it will be a full timeout, so with it, we'll take one as well. The Bulldogs up by 4. We're back here to the Hyper after this.
Trident 5550, the Case IH combination application system solution. A couple of key points for model year 2024 are going to be the addition of a 135-foot spray boom for that enhanced productivity, and then AIM Command Flex 2, the ultimate in advanced spray technology, individual on-off nozzle control, a host of other features, making the most of your product application. To learn more, visit your Case IH distributor or caseih.com.
.12:31 left to play here in the first half. Western leading Montana Tech 16-12. And as always, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. John Thatcher, Paul Panisco here on a Thursday evening. It's not like 30 below today, so we'll take it.
Oh, absolutely.
Jeez.
Why am I not living in Arizona?
I don't think you'd fit in very well down in Arizona.
I could help at the border.
You would catch on fire if you were outside.
I wouldn't be happy in that.
No, you'd be awful. You'd be miserable.
Yeah, I would.
I'm trying to see if I can find our other scores. I'll keep you updated on those here as the night progresses. There we go. Providence leading Northern 14-8, and Carroll and Rocky just underway 13-2 or 3-2. Carroll up by 1. And we're going to need an offensive on the other side. And an offensive foul. That one's going to go on the pitcher. Did you see it?
I did not see it.
Neither did I. Western by 4. Keely Bake calls out the offense as he comes across midcourts. Set a high screen for him, looking for help. OKK now to Williams. Asa to OKK. OKK takes a step. He drives. Shot doesn't go, but he will shoot a pair. So Ifanye OKK will go to the line. OKK 77% from the foul line.
Yeah, I'm looking over there at the bench and I'm going, there isn't a bad player over there.
Yeah.
This team is really deep. And that's usually what makes the difference going into the second half, how well your bench plays for you.
OKK, his first is up and good. Again, I just incredibly proud of the way he played at Helena. You know, you could tell his nerves were at a heightened angle, which you'd expect. Just kind of short arm stuff in the first half, excuse me. Just hitting the front of the iron, couldn't get it to go, and boy, in the second half, he really turned things around and had a great 20 minutes of hoop.
Well, he's a basketball player, no question.
OKK goes 2 of 2 from the line. He checks out. Michael Yor back in. About 8 minutes gone. Western by 2. And here come the Bulldogs down the floor. Across midcourt, controlling is Taylor. Bounce pass. Player goes down. Stepney pull-up jumper, no good. Decons goes up, gets a huge rebound. Now that one gets knocked away, and it will be Bulldog basketball.
Good call by the official.
Yeah.
He got a lot of help from the players, but he made the right call.
That he did. Good pressure there. Caden Tolson and also Stepney were back there knocking that one away. So Western will keep it on their offensive side. The inbound pass to Taylor. Taylor moving left. Taylor, a junior. Around a high screen. Step goes left side. Tolson enters inside to Denning. Denning lost the handle. Montana Tech the other way.
Smart defense. He just pulled away from the pressure.
Three-point shot. Keeley Bake, no good. Tipped out. Tracking it down. Decons. Back out to Keeley. They'll move it across to Asa Williams. Williams with the left hand. Drives into the high post. Out to Decons. He has a wide open three. No good. Defensive rebound, Western. Montana Tech, 1 of 6 from downtown so far here in the first half. Stepney from 3, no good. Rebound as Montana Tech the other way. Cam Lawrence. Lawrence 4 rebounds already here in the first half. He gets it on the wide side. Hellgate product, top of the horn, passes near side. Asa Williams. Williams for 3, good. Remember when I said Tech was 1 of 6 from downtown? Asa now has both of them.
Yep, they no longer are.
And Tech leads by 1, 17-16, approaching the midway point here of the first half. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Montana Tech on the road to Providence on Saturday. Driving right side, Berkeley to the baseline. Berkeley backing it up. Berkeley spins, right-handed off the glass. Great take by Jackson Berkeley.
Little jump hook, looked really smooth, used the glass. That's the name of the game when you get down that deep, that glass.
A little English on that bad boy and just spun it in. Montana Tech with the ball. Up top, controlling. Pass goes out on the right side. Three-point shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds, and that will be Montana Tech ball. It looked from here that Hayden Decons knocked that into the Western player as they were falling out of bounds. 10-11 left to play here in the first half. A 1-point ball game. Western up 18-17. Western shooting 50% right now. Tech at 43%. And the inbound to Michael Ure. Handoff goes to Krishan Dixon. Dixon toward the top of the horn, moving right, hands it off there to Cam Lawrence. Lawrence drives in the corner. Decons. Decons attacks. Ball stripped away, and Western comes out with it. That's Haberfield. Good defense as that one stripped out. Western into the zone. 9:50 left to play in the first half. Adito. That's to Taylor. Taylor far left wing. They'll roll it on the inside, out of range. That one goes up off the glass. Nice shot by Caden Tolson.
Great contest, and that's great body control.
Boy, I thought Tolson was going to have a far easier lane to the basket, and it got clogged quick. Krishan Dixon steps back. Western by 3. Cam Lawrence, Decons. Baseline runner as Krishan Dixon across to Keeley Bake. Bake steps back, fires it up top to Lawrence. Lawrence spins, offensive.
Good call,
Yep.
Solid call. He pushed off.
We talked about it in the women's game. You get that lead arm up. You give a little shove, and you're going to get that call all the time.
That wasn't a little shove.
No.
That was a forearm like a football game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get it, you might as well get it, right?
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if that's really good logic.
Inflict pain. The game is not physical, it's basketball.
9:10 left to play here in the first. Western by 3. And Western with the ball, wide left side, Taylor. Taylor rolls it on the interior. Looking to back it up inside is Tolson. Tolson bounce pass to the baseline. Shot is up and in.
What a pass. That's an excellent pass.
Kevin Bethel with the easy basket after the wonderful pass.
Good baseline cut.
Into the offensive side. Montana Tech with it. Diggs. They'll hand it off to Krishan. To Belly. Belly from downtown. Caleb Bellich. Hello. Bellich was 7. He's 3 of 3 from the floor. Western by 2. I just love that you almost saw the thought process. Well, they're not going to get in my face. I might as well take the shot. Adito, offensive rebound, no. Tech basketball. Diggs, Krishan Dixon. Stops to the arc, hands it off to Bake. Bake. Left side of the paint. Oh, my goodness. Keeley Bake called to the offensive. As going to the ground is Quincy Taylor.
Ref missed one.
So Keeley Bake will pick up the offensive. Western will get the ball back. 8:11 left to play here in the first half. Western by 2. As Western down the floor with it. Bethel across midcourts, drifting to his right. Bethel looking on the inside. Adito gets it. Adito bodies up, goes to the baseline, spins to his left, back to his right. Sky hook, too much on it. Rebound controlled, Krishan Dixon.
That's outstanding defense.
Dixon with a rebound. And here come the Digs in transition. Left side, Bellich. He's going to fire. Belly is 4 of 4.
Belly's back. You can put that in the newspaper.
10 points for Caleb Bellich. He's a perfect 4 of 4 from the line, and Montana Tech leads by 1. 7:39 left to play in the first half. And in case you missed the memo, ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Bellich is in the house.
He's back.
1 point lead for Tech. The Digs shooting 50% from the floor. As I mentioned earlier, Belly is 4 of 4. On the other side, Western is 50% from the floor. And team numbers, Montana Tech 10 rebounds, Western with 6 right now. Turnovers, Tech with 3, Western with 2 turnovers is all so far here in the first 12 and a half minutes.
Yeah, well, you know, you need to get your confidence back, and he's got it. It's back. It isn't going to disappear, and it just took him a few weeks to mold into that.
1 point lead for Tech. And Western will bring her down. Montana Tech will meet him at midcourts. Controlling is Bethel. Bethel across midcourts, goes to his right, hands it off there to Taylor. Taylor back to Haverfield. Haverfield rolls it into Adito. Adito bodied up. Adito pump fake once, gets it off the iron, no good. Rebound, Caleb Bellich.
That is great, solid defense down on the block. This is a real physical game in case you aren't paying attention.
Asa Williams tried to pass through the paint, tipped off. Bethel will take it the other way. Bethel shot no. Offensive rebound and the putback for Quincy Taylor. Taylor gets the glass and the putback. Montana Tech quickly into the zone. Western by 1. They'll back it out. Here comes Bellich. Bellich drains another one. Caleb Bellich has 13, and he is all smiles as Belly is 5 of 5 from the floor.
Well, you know, when you have that bad an injury, you get real frustrated when things don't go according to Hoyle. Well, right now they're going according to Hoyle.
2 point lead for the Digs. Bellich has half of Montana Tech scoring right now. Driving, Taylor through the lane. Nice floater. That's up and out, no good. Okeke with a rebound. Tech is not giving them any second chance looks at all. Montana Tech basketball. Asa Williams, far right side. Asa, he'll put on the brakes for a moment. Has a little daylight, backs up. 3-point shot. Asa Williams, long. Defensive rebound, Tolson. Western will slow it down, bring her into the offensive zone. Montana Tech leads by 2.
Coach Hyatt did not like that shot, and I was looking for a reaction out of him. That was not the time to take that shot.
Taylor around a screen, steps back. Taylor drives through the paint. Ball comes out, gets it back. Taylor in traffic, and he gets it across the lane, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Nice shot by Tolson.
People don't understand the physicality of what's going on out here. The average person just sees the basketball and the shots. These guys are beating each other up, trust me.
Yeah, even the idea of how hard they're leaning into one another. I mean, this thing right now is crazy. Haverfield and Bellich are having a laugh in the key together. And free throw attempt number 1 for Tolson is off the iron, no good. Wow. Tremendous first half. And again, our women's game was a great ball game. Real physical. Both teams showed a ton of heart.
Well, Western brought their A game today shooting.
Tolson's second is no good. As Decons grabs the rebound, Tech the other way. Decons 5 rebounds thus far, 12 minutes on the floor. Bellich hands it off to Cam Lawrence. Lawrence passes right to Bellich. Ball fake, Bellich rolls it in. Michael Ure. Ure looking to back it up with the left hand. Ure gets separation, gets the basket and the foul, Michael Ure. Strong, 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 strong for Michael Ure.
I actually think he either got fouled or they got a little piece of the basketball and it still went in. That was a good power move by Ure.
He has shown some significant moments of just strength this year.
Oh yeah, he has improved so much from the day he walked in here. He went on his Mormon mission for a couple of years. That takes a lot of starch out of you as a basketball player.
Three-point play for Michael Ure, and you talk about getting your legs under you. You know, he goes on his mission for 2 years. He's the Gatorade Player of the Year from Idaho, and like you say, that first year, it took him a while to get his legs back under him, and we haven't even remotely seen even a glimpse of the ceiling for his potential. Three-point shot long. Rebound tipped, controlled by Berkeley. Berkeley to Haverfield. Haverfield back to Berkeley. He'll hand it off. 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Berkeley to the baseline. Bounce pass. Adito. Adito in the paint. Spins. Right hand off. Come on. That's amazing.
You know, that's how you're supposed to do it. You want to make impact with the body and swing the ball, and that's what he's doing.
Arm at full extension. That's just, you can't defend it. There you go. Nice jumper from Krishan. Dixon gets his first jumper. Dixon is shooting 55% from the floor and 58% from the three-point line. Granted, he doesn't take many threes, but still.
Doesn't matter.
No. I mean, he is shooting at such a high clip this year, especially in conference games. And he'll get the push foul.
He is, to me, the ideal point guard. He's quick. He makes good decisions. You rarely see him make a bad decision. And to be able to shoot like that, that's impressive.
If I was a good play-by-play guy, I'd be able to tell you his assist-to-turnover ratio off the top of my head, but I don't. But I know it's really good.
I can get you fired over that.
Down in the corner, Bethel. They'll lob it in. Michael Ure knocks it away. Montana Tech in transition. Belly got hit, and here come the Bulldogs. That one behind him. Bethel down the lane, kicks it out. Haverfield, good defense. That one knocked away as Deacons poke checks it into the backcourts. Boy, both teams showing some really good defensive pressure here right now. Into the zone, Stepney. Stepney backs out. Michael Ure picks him up defensively. Stepney. Down in the corner. He's going to fire off balance. Stepney knocks it in.
Yeah, he's the real deal, that guy. He's missed a couple shots, but you can see he's really under control in this game. Great, nice point guard.
That's his first field goal. He's 1 of 4 from the floor. Caleb Belich up top, drifting lefts. Haverfield on him defensively. He's going to fire. Belich. That one rims out. Cam Lawrence back to Belich. Belich for the repeat. That one no good. Offensive rebound again, Krishan Dixon.
That almost looks like a play. Whole thing went the same.
Into Michael Ure. That one's no good. Big rebound, Berkeley, and players go down hard. As Berkeley hops up, Michael Ure will be helped up. Did we mention this is a little physical?
You know, basketball is about physicality, and most people really don't understand that. You have got to be able to match bodies. You got to be able to bang in there, and that's the great ones come away winners.
While the officials chatted over the other scores, 2 minutes left in the first half. Providence leading Northern in Havre 36-29, and Rocky is leading Carroll 19-12. That one's in Billings. So Carroll up. Or rather, Rocky up over Carroll, and Providence up over Northern. So the officials going to chat it over. Looks like we're going to go to replay. 3:14 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech leading by 3, 31-28.
What do you think they talk about when they're looking at that screen? I'd like to hear the conversation.
All I ever think about is when we were at Billings, you and I were lucky enough to call the NAIA National Tournament, and we sat next to the replay booth. And those guys were so much fun. They were all from Rocky. And I remember a couple times, the ones that really stick out to me are when they came over and the replay official looks at the officials as they're walking over and he like shakes his head like, I don't have any video. And the officials come over and lean on their shoulders and look at the screen as though there's something on the screen.
It was impressive.
And then, you know, they go into acting 101. I mean, it was just impressive. They look at the screen and then they talk as though they're actually discussing something. And they make a call as though they looked at the replay, even though the replay screen was black.
You know, they just did the right thing. They made the crowd think, well, we're looking at this even though we can't. It's not there. It was, you and I laughed for the whole week over that.
We had such a good time, and yeah, it was, you know, that was obviously early in its infancy as far as replay, and this is still tough. You know, getting replay is still really hard And it's not easy. So they're trying to get it reeled back.
Well, they got this one figured out.
We do not. Last week we were in on the replay what they were seeing, and it does not look like we are.
No, they really don't want our opinion, which they should get because we're basketball guys. Really.
No one wants our opinion. No one.
I'm giving mine
I was
anyway.
gonna say, the problem is normally we're the first to hand it out.
Yeah.
Tech leading 31-28. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. We have a packed house here in the Mining City. If you're a Montana Tech supporter, we have home games the next 4 Thursdays. So make sure to get down here and join us.
Common foul.
Common foul.
Thank you.
That was awesome. The official came over, told us we had a common foul.
He's my buddy.
Really?
He didn't have a choice.
Okay. Wow.
I'm violent in these situations. We want to know. We're the guys doing the radio. We want to know what's going on.
You're violent in these situations?
Yes.
I view that as you're violent when you're awake. So is that the situation you're discussing? Is you're awake? Well, now, hold on. We have another official back over at the replay.
Can't be watching again. They made a decision.
All right, so it looks like everything is situated. So common foul. Jackson Berkeley will go to the line here for Western. The official that went back over and looked, it looked like he was kind of miming that he brought the ball to his chest. I'm not sure what that would have to do with much of anything.
See how we all see the world different? I thought he was talking about he had a hold of an arm or something.
That could be it. Yeah, I mean, that could be it. That's probably it. Honestly, I'm probably wrong.
Never.
Berkeley's second is good. So Berkeley goes 2-2. Jackson Berkeley, the 6'5" sophomore. Montana Tech leads by 1. 3:10 left to play here in this first half. Asa Williams, right side. As Krishan Dixon, we're going to get a whistle and a foul away, and Berkeley is going to be called with a hold on Belly.
Well, let me tell you something. Belly hasn't gotten a shot in a while, and they're hanging on him, and that time they were pushing him, and the referee caught it right away. Anytime a guy gets hot, you got to do something with him.
3:04 left to play here in this first half. Tech by 1. The inbound comes all the way up top to Lawrence. Lawrence hands it off to Asa Williams. Asa, reverse, no good. Too much on it. Western the other way. Asa 2 of 5 from the floor, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul the other way. Cam Lawrence got pulled off his feet. He went down hard as Kevin Bethel put on the brakes, and he'll go to the line.
That was quickness to the bucket.
Yeah,
that was quickness.
So Bethel at the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Cam Lawrence picks up his second. Decons will check in. As we're going to get a short timeout here. Montana Tech leading 31-30. Tremendous first half of basketball here as Frontier. I mean, this is what we expect. It's Frontier Conference play. It's Tech Western. This is everything we expect out of these two programs.
It is, and we're fortunate. I mean, I've had a great life in the game of basketball. Just to be able to watch the type of athlete the Frontier Conference now has become. And it all started with Kelvin Sampson and moved on through Dessing, and it made the conference better. You had to recruit better, or you got your rear end. Westminster coming in.
I was going to say, in my time, obviously, I was around for, Dessing and everything else, but the gears that really changed for me, and obviously you were here with Kelvin and coached with Kelvin and know how that worked. When Westminster and LC joined, you either had to advance or you were dead.
Well, they were dominating the league.
Yep.
And you had to recruit up or die.
Free throw attempt no good. Deaton grabs the rebound. Yeah, the different elevation peaks, that the Frontier has gone through has been impressive.
Well, that era brought this era, because look at the athletes out on these floor now. I mean, it's every school. It's special.
Yep. Caleb Belich around a screen. He's going to fire just inside the arc. That one goes long. Defensive rebound, Bethel. Bethel looks to coach, back the other way. Western a chance to grab the lead here. We have had 7 lead changes so far here in the first half. 2:20 left to play in the first. Drifting right is Stepney. Now to Haverfield, back to Stepney. Decon's on him defensively. Stepney drives baseline, spins with the left hand, through the paint, kicks it up top, 3-point shot. That one's no good. Big offensive rebound, Bethel, and he'll pick up the foul, excuse me. As getting a piece of him was Dixon.
Do I like that kid as a player?
Yep.
He is really active.
Smart, quick decisions.
Good defender, makes great decisions, and obviously can score.
That's it. Bethel will shoot 1 and 1. Tech in a little foul trouble as we approach the half. That's team foul number 9. And the front half no good. Deedon gets another rebound. Deedon, outlet down the floor, Keely Bake. Bake on the far right wing, dribbles up toward the top. Looking to his right, checks it off, comes back to Deedon, back to Bake. Around a screen, Keely. Clears it near side, Asa Williams. Good fake by Asa right to the rack. Hello.
It's a good baseline move.
His first step is just explosive.
It certainly was that time.
Tech by 3. 1:37 left to play here in the first half. Deedon knocks that one away. Deedon saying, hey, coach, I could use some more minutes.
There's a guy that realistically and truthfully I didn't think would get a lot of playing time here at Tech. He has got bigger through using the weight room and has really brought himself into this game.
He is a factor for this Montana Tech team.
Yeah, absolutely. He wouldn't be out there. This guy wouldn't play if he weren't a factor.
3-point lead for Tech. Stepney, baseline jumper. That one goes long. Keely Bake, the rebounding machine, goes up to get it.
Yes.
He'll leave it off to Michael Ure, who almost threw it up from 35. Left hand to the rack.
Head fake created all of that drive.
Coach almost got the big cane to pull him off the floor if he shot from that deep. Bethel just inside the arc. They'll move it left wing in the corner. Down it goes to Berkeley. 55 seconds remaining in the first half. Pass goes into Berkeley. Berkeley bounce pass to the wing.
Travel
call.
Change pivot feet.
Good defense, Michael Ure, right in his ear again.
Michael Ure was a post player that really wasn't power impacted, and he has really gotten better at playing defense and scoring from down on the block. Not only that, but can shoot the 3, but he has really made himself a much better player.
35-30, Montana Tech by 5. And that matches their biggest lead. Both teams have had 5-point leads, and that's it.
No big runs yet.
No. You know, we've seen a little spurts out of both teams, if you will, kind of go 5-6 points, but answered quickly. Asa Williams around a high screen, pick and roll to Michael Ure. That one gets knocked away. He dives for it, and we're going to get a jump ball call. I'd like to go back to our bank opportunity last week, and Coach Hyatt said, floor burns. We want effort.
I was doing that when I was back in the 70s. Get on the floor and go home.
But that's something that this Tech team had lacked, really, until the last couple of weeks.
It's a great point.
38 seconds remaining in the first half. Keely Bake trying to get rid of it. And a 5-second call. A 5-second call will go to the Digs. That'll go to Western.
Somebody studied some film. They knew where everybody was going. They took it all away.
38 seconds remaining in the first half. This has been a tremendous chess match so far.
Not that somebody doesn't study film 24/7.
No joke.
They took everything away from them.
Quincy Taylor in the backcourt across the line. Taylor. Pass goes left, out to Berkeley. Berkeley, pass inside. Was it tipped? They will say it goes out. He's pleading his case. Bridger Deedon saying they didn't touch it. Trying to get to the other officials to see. We couldn't tell. I couldn't tell from my angle, I should say, not we.
No way we can tell that one. They're not going to change the call.
No.
Crowd is. Crowd's working on it.
There we go. Tech crowd makes their presence known. Bulldogs looking to bring it in. Bulldogs lob it out on the left edge. With the right hand, trying to find some space in there is Adito. They've done a nice job on him. Deedon knocks it away from Adito for a moment. Adito drives, double team to the wing. Stepney, baseline take, gets it.
He is a pretty player. I really enjoy watching him.
6 points for Stepney. Makes it look awfully easy.
Yeah, and it's not.
No. Asa Williams out near midcourt. Tech by 3, Williams fouled. So getting the hands on him was Quincy Taylor. And that is team foul number 6 on Western. So the Digs will inbound in their offensive zone. Caleb Belich comes over to have the honor. Deedon and Asa Williams up top. Down in the bottom corner, Keely Bacon comes into Williams. Asa Williams. Williams fires. Three-point shot. No, off the front of the rim. We have 20 minutes in the books. Montana Tech leads by 3, 35-32. The Digs up over the Bulldogs. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. We're actually going to hang on here for a second, as I do believe, well, we might clear the floor here before we get moving on. Let's take this opportunity, JT. Give me your take on that tremendous first half of basketball.
You hit the nail on the head. It was a tremendous. And what happened, Belich come out on fire, then they took him away. And Western's three-point shooters are not getting great looks. Everything's going through the post, and they're trying to deal everything through that, trying to run their offense. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of changes both coaches make when they come out in the second half. This locker room visit is going to be real important as to who wins this game coming out.
We're going to get our Dig City shot at some money. That looks like Kobe Marino to me. Kobe Marino will have 30 seconds to get a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. He'll win $5 grand.
Well, I got to tell you, I used to watch wrestlers like you come in and shoot for me, so this will be interesting.
3-point lead for the Digs at the half. Kobe Marino will get 30 seconds. And here we go. Kobe Marino, our Dig City. Opportunity at $5 grand. He could win the scholarship. The layup, no good. Kobe Marino back up. His layup is good to the foul line. Kobe Marino, free throw attempt, no good. Stay put for a sec. Second is up, no good. Kobe, his third is on the way from the foul line, no good. Kobe turns. His Dig City opportunity is ticking away, John Thatcher. Kobe Marino, free throw attempt. That one goes long, so Kobe Marino, a chance at $5 grand from Dig City Supply. Of course, Dig City, the official online retailer for Digger Athletics.
That brought back old memories. The wrestlers would come in and say, and they would. They'd say, "Watch me shoot, coach." I said, "There's a reason you're a wrestler, so go ahead and shoot."
So Kobe Marino was the first name out of our drawing. We'll do it again next week. Dig City is putting up $5 grand, a scholarship to a student, or $5 grand to a person here watching. And you have to get the layup, the free throw, the three-pointer, and the half-court shot.
That wasn't going to happen. If Jimmy the Greek was still alive, I would have put a lot of money on that.
That would have killed Jimmy the Greek if he was still alive.
Could you tell by
that would have put him under.
Technique that was taking place?
So make sure to join us next week. A chance at $5 grand from Dig City. Again, the official online retailer of Digger Athletics. Let's take a break. We'll give you the numbers, get you ready for the second half and more, ladies and gentlemen, after this. Hey, good evening to you, and welcome back here once again. We're at the half. Montana Tech leading the Bulldogs of UM Western 35-32. Just a phenomenal first half of basketball getting us underway here. Let's take a look at Kobe Marino. Let me look. No points in the first half. None.
Yeah, well,
None
you
for
can
Kobe.
leave Kobe in here as a wrestler all night long. He's not going to score. There's some guys that let in the gym to shoot all they want. They're not going to score. Kobe's one of them.
No, but if we need Kobe to, like, lift the basketball floor off of the concrete, he can do that for us.
Absolutely. That's why his technique looks so bad shooting.
Man.
That's my bodyguard from now on.
I call him sir.
You should.
I do.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at individual numbers. We'll start things off for Western. Nobody in double digits as of right now, but they do have scoring output from 8 different guys. Abby Adito right now, 8 points for him. All of those from point-blank range, and a lot of them from that fall-away jumper, big sky hook. Most of his points are undefendable points, really, in my opinion.
No question about it.
Let's see. Jalen Stepney has 6 points, 2 field goals, 2 of 2 from the line. Michael Haberfield has a pair of threes. No shocker there. 6 points for him. Christian Pitcher with 2. Kevin Bethel with 2 points. And Jackson Berkeley, 1 basket, 2 of 2 from the foul line, 4 points for Jackson Berkeley. On the other side for Montana Tech, Caleb Bellich right now is the man. Belly with 13 points. He has 3 3-pointers. 2 field goals inside the arc. Bellich is 5 of 8 from the floor, 3 of 5 from downtown. He has 1 rebound as well. 13 points for Caleb Bellich so far in the first half. Asa Williams follows with 8 points. Asa knocked out a pair of 3-pointers. He had a field goal inside the arc as well. He's 3 of 7 from the floor as of right now for Asa. Next up, we have a pair with 5. Hayden Decons with 5 points. He has 2 field goals, 1 of 2 from the line. Decons defensively, great rebounder, getting steals. He's all over the floor. I mean, he's just an athletic freak when it boils down to it.
He's their blue-collar worker.
That's it. That's it. Michael Ewer, speaking of blue-collar, fighting hard in the block. Big Mike right now, 2 field goals. He has 1 of 1 from the foul line, 3-point play from Mike. He really has had a very nice first half as well. He's 2 of 5 from the floor. He has 1 steal so far in this ball game. Otherwise, Krishan Dixon has a basket for 2. Ifeanyi Okeke, 2 of 2 from the foul line, 2 points for Okeke there in the opening 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, I think Western has to go in that locker room. They got to find a way to get Stepney and Haverfield some more shots. They're not getting enough shots. Stepney's have, what'd you tell me, 20 points a game?
Yep. 18.
Okay, same thing. 18,
yep, exactly.
20. When you're a basketball player, you're 1 basket away from 20. But the reality is those 2 have to get unlocked somewhere on the floor. Everything can enter the post, and then Tech has done a great job tonight of defending the post, and that's where they're trying to take advantage of Montana Tech's defense. And they've done a great job of forcing. I mean, their post player made some great jump hooks, no question about it. But also, he got stopped quite a few times.
He did.
And so you got to figure it out. Inside out, they're trying to double him up a little bit. He just got a kick, and the shooter's got to be ready to unload it.
He has not had an easy shot yet.
No,
Every time he touches the ball, he has gotten the tar beat out of him. He is getting beat on.
He is a beast.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing some beating himself.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that's not the case at all.
That's called post play, Paul.
Yep.
Let me help you out about it. I never was really attracted to a sissy post player.
Good night, everybody. Let's see here. Team number-wise, let's start it off for Western. The Bulldogs shooting 46%. Amazingly, the 2 teams are exactly the same from downtown. Both teams are 13 to 28. Both teams are 46% from the floor.
That's crazy.
Done, dusted first half.
Those figures don't come up very often.
Western is 2 of 6 from downtown. Tech is 5 of 14 from downtown. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. Free throw line, Western 4 of 8. Tech is 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Tech out rebounding Western 18 to 13 total. Both teams with 3 offensive. For Montana Tech, 0 second chance points. Western does have 4 second chance points coming off of those 3 rebounds thus far.
Yeah, well, statistics don't lie, but they don't mean anything, to be quite frank with you. It's interesting to hear all that.
Yeah.
But they've got to go in that locker room. Both teams got to go in that locker room and figure out what they're going to do. Nobody has had a run yet. 4 or 6 points at the most.
Yep.
Somebody has got to make a run and expand this lead. They got to find a way to get the ball. Bellich was feeling it. You give players like that the basketball. Western realized it, call a timeout, come out and shut him down pretty good. But I thought they got real physical with him, and sometimes referees need to intervene with that.
You know, the other side of this, Tech is in kind of rarefied air in conference play anyway, and even a lot of the season, they lead at the half. They have trailed all 3 of the conference games at the half and this is the first one they've actually up going into the second 20 minutes.
I'm a coach now. That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yep.
I'm serious. It's like, why do we have the lead? Everybody thinks you always got to have the lead. No, you don't. But we'll see what happens. It's gonna come down to awards. Continue to be physical. Whoever has a run of 8 or more is going to win this basketball game.
3-point lead for the Digs, 35-32, as the Bulldogs come back out on the floor. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you ready for the second half after this.
Dude, Hudson, your new man cave is sweet.
Come watch the game.
Dude, they're gonna score.
Man cave, lady lounges, whatever you call them, Steele's Furniture has exactly what you need to make your room come to life. Shop our Man Cave showroom today for ideas to upgrade your bar set, fireplace, TV, recliner, furniture set, and refrigerator. Steele's Furniture, making man caves happen for 87 years.
Well, as we get ready for the start of the second half, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Once again, John Thatcher, Paul Panisco. Montana Tech taking on the Bulldogs of Montana Western. Again, one game left in the first rotation through conference, as the Digs will go to Providence. They'll take on JC and company up to Providence, and that will be the first trip through. Then we'll do it again, and then, you know what? We'll just go ahead and do it again.
Do it again the third time.
Yeah. It's always interesting to see who's playing in whose gym twice, who it's going to benefit. Looking at the preseason rankings, obviously for Montana Tech, the big one was Rocky. Rocky is here twice, which is huge. Carroll College is here twice. Normally, obviously, Carroll, very good. They're a good team this year, but also for that whole rivalry thing and everything else, you'd much rather have them at our place. That's one historically that the road team doesn't win much. In the last, I want to say,
Carroll Tech game, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to say the last 15 or 18 meetings, something like that, the road team has only won twice. And the second time was this past Saturday when Montana Tech won there. The other one was the playoff game.
That just shows you how important playing your games at home is right there. That statistic right there. So it's going to be real interesting this half. We're going to see, again, Haverfield, he has to unlock it. If Western wants to win, they've got to get to their two guards shooting some threes and knocking them down. And Tech, on the other hand, Belic has got to get the ball back in his hands. I think he's the guy that leads this team. I don't care if he's had an injury or not. He is the leader of this basketball team. You saw how excited he got when he made a couple big shots because he's been in his own head for a while. I know what basketball players do. They talk to themselves, and that's what he was doing. And again, key injury, he's overcome it. He's back. Trust me, he is back.
Our other games underway. About 5 minutes into the second half in Havre, Providence leading Northern 50-38 in the Armory.
Ooh, Coach Hughes is not happy.
No, the other one is at the half as Rocky leading Carroll 31-30. And that one is at the half. Again, Rocky over Carroll. That one is a 1-point ball game, and it's being played in Billings.
That's a good matchup. Rocky is really good, so Carroll's playing well tonight.
Indeed. Bulldogs will get things underway here, trailing by 3. Again, both teams led by 5. We had 6 different lead changes. Shot block, Michael Ure.
Great block.
Ure will get it off to Krishan Dixon, leave it for Ure. Ure looking to pop it. He doesn't get it to go, but he will go to the line and shoot 3.
Haverfield's not buying it, but he got his rear end on him when he's in the air. That's a foul.
I love the look out of Micah Haverfield to the official. Really?
No, I've always been a believer. I don't care what you do in this game, but you can't touch the shooter.
Michael Ure shooting 3. First front of the iron, falls in. Michael Ure 67% from the foul line. And he'll look to increase that percentage here as he'll shoot himself another couple. Michael Ure, 7 points. He's had a great year. Again, 67% from the foul line. He had 20 points against Concordia earlier this year. And his career high is 23 against Providence last season.
I would have liked to seen him play in high school, being the Gatorade Player of the Year in Idaho. I'd like to have seen him play a difference in his game then versus now.
Yeah. Even a difference in role would be interesting, you know. Around a screen, spinning with it is Bethel. Adito out to the wing, Haverfield. Haverfield down in the corner. Now it comes back out to Haverfield. Haverfield wants the baseline. Good defense by Krishan. Turnaround, jump shot is up and in.
Well, they're going to their guards right away, just like we talked about, and I think that's what, oh, great steal.
Stolen away, here comes Bethel in transition. Bethel down the floor, Stepney. Bethel in the paint, floater is up and out, tipped out. Western to Haverfield. Haverfield off the front of the rim, no. That one's knocked out of bounds, Tech ball. So that one gets knocked out. Montana Tech will go the other way. Really thought Western was going to be able to jump into this lead there with that possession.
I want to see who Belich has matched up with. See, I'm getting Belich the ball right now. He's got a size advantage over Haverfield.
Belich goes right side. Out to Decons. Decon's going to drive. Left hand. Decons floats it in.
Love the way he cups the ball and then gets it off. That's really difficult to do.
You couldn't tell he was a running back in high school, could you? Because he goes up and he puts that thing on his hip.
Oh.
He never fumbled, I bet, ever. Bulldogs driving. Shot partially blocked, Michael Ure.
Ure with 2 great blocks tonight.
Krishan Dixon down the other way. Montana Tech possibly putting together a run here. In the corner, Decons. Decons scoops it up, doesn't get it to go, but draws the foul. And again, when he attacks, I love the way he puts the ball on his hip.
Yep, just tucks it away.
6-point lead for the Digs. That's their biggest of the contest.
How many other players you see do that?
Not many.
None.
Yeah.
He just learned that becoming a basketball player. Basketball players can do things coaches can't coach them up with, and then some coaches take it away from them. And I've always been in disagreement with that.
Okay.
And someday I'll tell you a story about a couple players I had that just did it different, and you leave it alone. Until it's not successful, then you discuss it.
The most blatant, obvious of that is free throws, how everybody shoots free throws differently.
Yep.
9 points for Decons. He's 3 of 4 from the foul line today. Montana Tech up by 8, maybe in the midst of our first run of the ball game. 2 minutes in, Montana Tech on a 7-2 run. Bulldogs around a screen. They enter into Adito. Adito attacks. Travel call.
Yeah, he traveled big time.
So the walk will go to the Digs. Again, great defense, Hayden Decons.
Coach is looking for the Euro step, but he slid his foot. There was no step involved.
Montana Tech down the floor. Krishan Dixon across midcourt. Dixon moving lefts. An 8-point lead for the Digs. Michael Ure up top. Ure hands it off to Asa. Asa Williams. Switch to the left hand. Has a little seam. Drives. It's going to go out of bounds. And they're going to call a block. The baseline official did not. The outer official comes across to call a block. And he pointed at the floor, so he obviously was not inside the halo.
I think that's the right call. And these officials are doing a really good job of this affair tonight. I'll tell you what, this is a physical game.
I was just going to say, especially considering how physical this ball game is.
Yes, and they've kept it under control, truthfully.
Yeah, I think completely.
Because it can get away from an official.
Asa, 75% from the foul line. First, rattles out, no good. Asa, 8 points. He's been quiet for a little while. He knocked down a pair of quick threes in the first half.
Listen, you study film, you know the guy's a three-point shooter, so he hit 2, then he's done, because they're going to get out on him.
Asa with 9 points on the evening. Tech leading by 9. Biggest lead of the contest for either squad. Down the floor. They'll move it across into the hands of Pitcher. Pitcher in the paint, pulls up wide right, no good.
Another big play by Ure that goes unnoticed. That was a great defensive play.
Rashawn Dixon up top, out to Decons. Decons to Williams. Tech four wide. Belly fighting down on the block, calling for it and gets it. Belic looking to back it up. Belic backing it up into the paint. Floater, that one goes wide left. Decons with a huge rebound. Back to Belly. Belly's gonna fire. It's on its way and good.
Yep. He's got the mismatch down there. He's stronger and he's better. He just didn't finish his hook shot, but he wanted to shoot a 3 anyway, so he knocked it down.
That's it. Huge three-point play made possible by Hayden Decons and the Digs on the first run of the game. They go up by 12. We have a timeout. We'll take one. We're back here to the Hyper after this. Hey, welcome back here after the timeouts. So we are here on Digger Vision. John Thatcher, Paul Panisco. Tech leading 46-34. You and I went to look at the scores around. Oh, and I just closed it. Northern was leading, or excuse me, rather, Providence was leading Northern by 11 about midway through the second half, and Rocky was leading Carroll by just a handful. It was like 4 or 5 points. That one, about the same time frame we are in, honestly. I'll track down those scores here again. We'll keep you updated as we go. So Western, Montana Tech attacking defensively way outside the arc here. OKK. 3-point shot, Haverfield, no. Offensive rebound.
In a 1-2-2 zone.
Okay, thank you. Montana Tech with it.
Haverfield. That's who's got to be active for Western.
So the Digs around a screen. Drifting left, pass out to Asa Williams. Williams drives into the paints, puts it up, off balance, no good. Rebound off of Western, Montana Tech ball.
Good job on the backside boards by Tech that time.
Tech is getting after the glass here today. Out rebounding Western by 6 right now, 22-16. Tech with 4 offensive, 18 defensive. Decons up top, passing right. Around a screen, there's a seam. Krishan Dixon off the glass and in. I love when he makes the executive decision to just go.
Well, he can get there in a hurry.
Western driving with it is Berkeley. Berkeley gets the shot and the foul.
That's a great take to the basket. Had him on his hip. You're dead in the water when you get your hips turned.
Jackson Berkeley has 6 points. Personal foul to Belic. That's only his first. Krishan will check out. Keely Bake will come in. Asa Williams will go out. And Cam Lawrence will come in.
Western's done a good job on Asa Williams tonight.
Yeah, agreed. So Jackson Berkeley at the line. He's 2 of 2 from the stripe. Make it 3 of 3. Strong minutes for Berkeley here today. 6'5" sophomore started the contest. Keely Bake across midcourt. Does not have any points yet. He'll get it wide lefts. Up top, Cam Lawrence. Lawrence comes back to the right side. Bounce pass out to Decons. Decons will move it around the arc to Belic. They looked at the screen. Belic drives. Belic with a right hand, no good. OKK tips it. Western comes out with it.
Opportunity.
Haverfield. Tech leads by 8. Haverfield down toward the baseline, kicks it up. They'll move it into the hands of Bethel. Bethel behind the back. Right side of the key. Nice touch. Shot no good. Huge rebound, Cam Lawrence.
Had a better jump shot before he went to the hoop.
Here comes OKK in transition. He'll get it in the foul. Ifeanyi Okeke, 4 points on the day, and he will shoot 1. So Okeke will go to the stripe here for the Digs. Personal foul charge to Haverfield is second. Tech shooting 57% here to start this second half. And they're out by 10. KK, free throw, up, hits the front of the iron and somehow finds its way in.
Somebody likes him.
No
It
joke.
looked like it was going off to the side.
That was like the Western women that entire ball game in the first one. I don't feel like anything bounced out on them all night. Western, Stepney gets it into Pitcher. Pitcher lost it out of bounds. Good defense, OKK. They'll say out of bounds off of OKK.
OKK's been a great addition to this Tech team.
And especially when he's comfortable on the floor. You know, when he's playing within himself, he's having fun, if you will, and you can just tell when he's feeling it. As you can with most players, I guess. Stepney, three-pointer. Stepney drains it.
That's what that guy's got to do if they want to get back in this.
9 points for Stepney. And an 8-point lead for Tech. Down the floor, far left side, Keely Bake. He'll hand it off on the far edge. Now up top to OKK. Driving, Decons, ball stripped away, Stepney. Stepney across midcourt. Stepney, they're going to set a high screen. Moving right, passing right. That one goes out to Haverfield. Haverfield with the left hand into the high posts. Out to Taylor. Taylor, moving right. Western, Stepney from way downtown strokes another one.
That's the guy that's going to get you back in it.
Stepney has a dozen, and the lead is now 5 as Western trim it away here. Caleb Belic right at the top. All the way to the left wing. Tech real heavy on the right side of the floor going one-on-one. Belic lost it, comes out. Keely Bake. Good switch dribble. Bake into the high posts. Out to Lawrence. And that one is a turnover, and it will go to Western. And that one will bring Keely out.
You know, Tech's coach can do a lot of things, but you turn it over, there's a sub coming.
Yep.
That's why the turnovers are so low on this basketball team.
That's it. Yeah, you turn it over, you know you're going to the bench, period.
John Wooden once said there's only punishment for a player is the bench, and it gets your attention.
13:36 left to play in the ball game. Tech leading 51-46. We'll take a timeout. We're back right after this.
Trident 5550, the Case IH Combination Application System Solution. A couple of key points for model year 2024 are going to be the addition of a 135-foot spray boom for that enhanced productivity, and then Aim Command Flex 2, the ultimate in advanced spray technology, individual on-off nozzle control, a host of other features, making the most of your product application. To learn more, visit your Case IH distributor or caseih.com.
.36 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leading Western 51-46. Frontier Conference action here as the Bulldogs 1-2. They're in that logjam of basically everybody at 1-2. Carroll College 2-1. Montana Tech 3-0 here. Just obviously 3 games into the conference season.
So Western's made their little mini run. This will be a big possession right here.
So Western with the ball here as Taylor has it. Taylor moving rights. OKK on him defensively. Pass to Berkeley. Berkeley with a head fake. They'll mack it out to Taylor. Taylor drives, steps through the paint, kicks it out to Haverfield. Haverfield, well defended. Haverfield down the right side of the paint, loose double team. Haverfield, great bounce pass and a finish.
Beautiful cut, beautiful bounce pass.
Pitcher with 4, Western down by 3. Montana Tech had led by 12 at one point, and now Western trims it down to 3. OKK looking on the interior, goes to Asa Williams. They set a screen. Asa step back, fires, 3-point shot. No, tipped up. OKK, and that one's loose on the ground. Haverfield comes out with it. Boy, that was a scrum inside. As down the floor, Haverfield passes out on the right wing. They'll lob it down to the baseline, stolen by Lawrence.
Say he got him. What do we call a foul on him?
I'm not sure what is happening here. They haven't signaled foul yet. The official's still chatting this one over. I felt like they almost whistled him out of bounds, but he obviously was in midair when he caught it and threw it. And they are going to say it's Western ball. Now we are going to get a foul. Well,
that's the only thing I could see. They were on the floor, so
looks like they're going to change time here. Maybe, possibly.
We need referees to explain this to us when they've got to visit each other.
Western lobs it all the way out to midcourt. Tolson will hand it off there to Taylor. A chance to possibly tie this thing up after being down by 12. 1 run each thus far. Haverfield wide left. Has the baseline, spins, great, and his shot no good, but he will go to the foul line.
I don't know if Okeke or Lawrence got him.
They got it to OKK. So OKK picks up his 3rd personal. Haverfield to the line.
Got us a game again.
Yeah, we do.
And a lot of that has to do with the guard play of Western. Got themselves back in it.
Free throw, Haverfield. First is good. 12 points for Michael Haverfield. Western with 7 turnovers, Montana Tech with 8. There you go, here's your guard play.
Both teams taking care of the basketball.
Haverfield will get ready for number 2. Haverfield, shot up, back of the rim, takes a rattle, huge rebound, and back up and in. That's a monster rebound by Pitcher. Pitcher elevated in a big way, and we're tied at 51. They have erased a 12-point lead. Montana Tech with the ball up top. Krishan Dixon to Belich. Belich right side of the paint, spins, steps through, goes with a scoop shot, no good, but does draw the foul.
I like to see Belich with possession down there. He really is stronger than the guys that are trying to guard him down there, and plus he's really good at movement.
Tolson picks up his 2nd personal. And Caleb Belich at the line. He has 16 points today. He had 19 against Carroll last weekend. And Belly's first of 2 is money. 17 points for Caleb Belich. Tech leads by 1. Great night of action here from the Hyper. Take a look at our scoreboard here across the conference in a moment. And by that I mean when I find it. Belly's 2nd is good. Belich has 18 points. The Digs back up by 2. Western, Quincy Taylor. Bounce pass goes there to Pitcher. Pitcher out on the right side, Stepney. Stepney, loose double team. He's going to turn and fire, and he knocks it down just inside the arc.
Guy doesn't get enough shots as far as I'm concerned as a coach. It's like, give him the ball.
14 points for Stepney. He's 5 of 9 from the floor. Montana Tech with it, Cam Lawrence. Bounces it into Michael Ure. Ure one-on-one. He's going to attack. Sky hook, up and out. Rebound control, Montana Tech. Tremendous play, Cam Lawrence. That's the stuff that, I mean, is going to be what is going to be remembered about Cam Lawrence at Tech.
That's not a stat.
Belic across the baseline. Belic, it rolls out.
Got caught under the backboard. That was a difficult shot.
Western clears out with it. A chance to grab the lead here. Step through. Ball stripped away, and Krishan's going to be called with a foul. Well, they're going to call it on Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence reached in.
Lawrence picks up his third personal. And at the foul line, going to be Quincy Taylor. Taylor with 2 points here today. Western a chance to grab the lead. Montana Tech was up by 12.
I'm going to name my next born Quincy. I like that. Yeah.
Your next born.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my next lifetime.
There's so many things that we shouldn't discuss about that. So we're going to move on. Quincy Taylor shooting 2. First is out. We're still tied at 53. A ton of game left to be played. 11:01 remaining here in this ball game. And his second is on the way and good. So Quincy Taylor goes 1 of 2.
Well, both teams made a good run. Now another run will make a difference.
Western by 1, 54-53. Asa Williams. Look toward the baseline. Down into Decons. Decons with the left hand through the paint. Spins out to the edge. Belic, pump fake once. Belic on its way, no good. Michael Ure fights for the rebound. It comes all the way out to Asa Williams. Asa steps and fires, no. Defensive rebound by Pitcher. Montana Tech shooting 30% from the floor here in the second half, 20% from the three-point line here in the second half. Western by 1. Stepney gets it at the right elbow. Around a screen, he turns and elevates partially. I think Michael Ure got a piece.
Looked like it.
Tech the other way. Drops it. Asa Williams, 3-ball front of the rim, no good. And trying to get over to get on that was Krishan Dixon. It's thrown out of bounds. Western basketball.
That is a tremendous play.
Yep, Toldson throws it off of Dixon.
That's a hustle play.
That it is.
Another thing you don't get in statistics. Hustle, get on the floor, bleed a little bit, get some blisters, get it done.
Western by 1, 54-53. We have a full timeout, so we'll take one. We're back here to the Hyper after this.
Dude, Hudson, your new man cave is sweet. Come watch the game. Dude, they're gonna score.
Man cave, lady lounges, whatever you call them, Steele's Furniture has exactly what you need to make your room come to life. Shop our Man Cave showroom today for ideas to upgrade your bar set, fireplace, TV, recliner, furniture set, and refrigerator. Steele's Furniture, making man caves happen for 87 years.
We are at the midway point here of the second half. Western leading 54-53. Just a tremendous ball game here. And again, the Digs on the road Saturday. They'll go up to Great Falls, take on Providence. As the teams come out of the huddle, Tech, Belic, Asa Williams, Hayden Decons, Ifeanyi Okeke, and Krishan Dixon.
I admire you. I can't remember all those names at once. It's my PE degree.
Who's to say I can't?
It's my PE degree.
Well, your PE degree is far better than my no degree. I don't think I saw 6th grade at Emerson. Quincy Taylor into the offensive side, far right. Picks up his dribble, looking for somewhere to go. Stepney comes out and gets it. Hayden Decons on Stepney. Pass comes here on the near side to Berkeley. Berkeley, shot clock down to 7. Berkeley gets it. Baseline, puts it up off the glass, no good. That one's tipped out. Okeke can't hold on to it. Loose, now he gets it. Okeke clears it out. Asa Williams down the floor. Asa drifts out, moves it up top, around the horn left side. Krishan Dixon. Dixon drives, puts it up off balance. Somehow, he gets that to fall in.
Does anybody want to tell him he's the shortest guy on the court? He takes it to the post. That's a great basket.
That's insane. Tech leads by 1. Western far right side, bounce pass down on the edge to Taylor. Taylor out to Stepney. Stepney from downtown, and he drains it. Oh, and they're going to get him for a flop.
Oh, I think that's a poor call. I really do. I really do.
I think I'm with you. Stepney drains the 3. He has 17 points. And he'll get the technical for a flop. 9:04 left to play here in this ball game. Western by 2.
You know, I think he got touched. Anytime you're in the air like that, you can get bumped. You go down, and that's what I thought happened. I just think this game didn't need that technical.
Belich gets the free throw.
The old days, it was 2 shots.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was. I think he helped. I think he helped it. I think he did. You know, I mean, and you're trained to these days. Everybody is trained to. If you get touched, you're going to fall and act like you got smashed.
Well,
but I do think it was.
It's easy to knock a player in the air down.
Yeah.
You don't hardly have to touch him, but the call is the call.
Western by 1. Tag with the ball. Belich, right wing, backdoor cut. Hayden Decons hammers it home.
I love that percentage shot.
Decons, his shooting percentage is awfully high. It's 66% from the floor, and most of them are from that range.
Yes.
They enter up top to Adito. Adito looks to back up. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. Asa Williams and Stepney were tied up down the floor.
I thought that call should have came up out front here. He was actually holding him from movement.
So Asa picks up the personal. Coach Hyatt chatting with the official. 8:33 left to play here in the ball game. The intensity we have had this entire ball game is still here, but it feels like it's a little hotter under the collar than it has been.
Well, and that's why the officials are doing a good job of controlling what's going on. You
Tech.
get 1 week official, all hell can break loose.
58-57, Tech by 1. Western looking to inbound. They do to Stepney on the left wing. Stepney rolls it down at the block as he gets it into Adito. Adito in the key, backing it up. Adito fights to the rack and gets it.
I have no idea how he made that shot. None.
Okay, tremendous job bodying him up. Western by 1. Montana Tech into the offensive zone, 4 wide. Now they run cutters. Decons pass in the corner. Krishan. Dixon into OKK. OKK up top. Krishan Dixon get a fire. Front of the rim, no. Rebound tipped around. Western comes out with it. They lead by 1, and they'll bring her down the floor. 59-58. Into the zone, Taylor. Taylor wide lefts. Odito. As Haverfield comes out to get it. They enter into the high post. Taken away, Krishan Dixon. My goodness, 3-on-3. Okeke, and he will draw the foul. Okeke, that's a nice bounce pass. Okeke just unable to roll it in.
Great defensive play, easy transition.
Berkeley will pick up his second. And Okeke at the line once again. He's 3 of 3 from the free throw line today. Fanyi Okeke, 5 points. And he'll go to the stripe here for the Digs. Okeke, of course, transfer from Carroll College. Sat out last year because of the Frontier Conference rule. First hits the iron, no good. Tech is 14 of 17 from the free throw line.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Okeke gets the ball for his second. Keely Bake checks in. Okeke's second is good. 6 points on the day for Okeke. He's 4 of 5 from the line. As Belich will get a breather. Cam Lawrence is in. So on the floor you have Asa Williams, Cam Lawrence, Okeke, Decons, and Keely Bake.
Western's got to go back to their guards if they want to take over the lead here.
Tied up 59 all. Around a screen, Taylor. Taylor to the wing. Haverfield rolls it in to Adito. Adito fights his way to the rack. No good. Boy, Okeke held his ground strong.
It's a big defensive possession.
Decons goes with the left hand behind the back. Double team out to Asa Williams. Asa back to Decons. Cam Lawrence around to Okeke. They'll clear it to Keely Bake. Bake. Step back, fires it to OKK. Follow-away jumper, no good. Rebound, Western. Kevin Bethel hauls in the rebound. Bethel on the day, 7 rebounds for the Bulldogs. And he'll get it far right side. Adito goes to the ground, gets the ball. 6:38 left to play here in the ball game. Adito lobs it back up top. Shot clock down to 5. Taylor forced to fire from downtown, no good. Rebound controlled, Cam Lawrence.
Great defensive possession by Tech that time.
Three-pointer the other way, Keely Bake. Keely Bake strokes his first shot of the ball game. And now we're going to get a technical. It looked like Coach got a technical. I think the official pointed that he was out of the box.
He was out on the floor.
Yeah. He wanted the foul on the three-point shot, but the difference was when Taylor shot that, he was moving forward. He ran into the defender. The defender didn't run into him. So the official's going to chat it over. And we're going to get a full timeout on the floor. Montana Tech leads by 3. Let's take a timeout. We'll get it sorted. We're back here right after this. .618 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech by 3. As we come back out on the floor here, we originally had said technical, but that's not the case. Western's going to have the ball here. So I apologize. Everything to me pointed that there was a technical issued.
The coach was out on the floor, so that's why I thought it was okay if he gave him a technical.
So maybe just a warning rather than... Anyway, Western with the basketball. Near side, Berkeley. Berkeley goes up top. Haverfield down the right side of the paint. Haverfield backing it up. Keely Bake there, strips in, takes it away. Asa Williams the other way. Asa steps through, left hand Asa Williams. Keely Bake with the steal, Asa Williams with the finish.
Big swing. That's a great defensive possession that time by Tech.
Tech by 5. Around a screen, Bethel feeds it down on the block to Taylor. Taylor, Adito right hand, rims out. Let's see who was going to get the foul here, and it's going to go on Decons.
Yeah, he got him.
Decons, that's only his first. And Adito will go to the line here for Western. So Adito, Abi Adito, 10 points on the day, 6'6" junior out of London. His first here is money.
Coach Norris, get on this guy, defensive tackle, defensive end, I'm telling you.
He'll get the ball for attempt number 2. Tech by 4. Adito's second is good. So Adito has 12. I'm giving his points to someone else. That's bad. 12 points for Adito. Montana Tech leads by 3. 5:30 left to play. Handoff, Cam Lawrence back to the right side. Ball fake out there. Keely Bake, step back, fire, no good. And the rebound comes out, Western basketball.
Western's got numbers.
Bethel, no look pass in the corner. Haverfield from downtown, no good. Rebound controlled And the digs will go the other way. Cam Lawrence rolled an ankle.
It's the guy you wanted shooting it.
Tech into the offensive zone. Asa Williams, Lawrence in the bottom right corner. They're ready to sub him out, but he is not moving much. Asa, step back, three-point shot, front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Decons. Decons.
Who's our blue-collar worker.
That's it. Tech spreads it wide on the floor. Michael Ewer sets a screen on the inside. Decons attacks, and a block call going to go on Haverfield.
That's a great call. That is a great call.
Decons calling for the basket to count, and the basket does count. So Decons with 13, and he will shoot one. Cam Lawrence will check out, and Caleb Belich is back into the ball game. So at the foul line, Hayden Decons, 13 points right now for Decons. He had 22 earlier this year at Vanguard. And the free throw attempt no good. Haverfield with the rebound. Tech leads by 5. 4:34 left to play here in the ball game. Western into the offensive side. Bulldogs, Adito, top of the horn. Bodies up, Michael Ewer on him. Adito in the corner, Haverfield. Haverfield around the arc. Berkeley underneath to Adito. Fighting for it, out of bounds, Tech ball.
Tech is really, they rinsed it up a notch here. They're playing really good defense right now.
4:12 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech leading 66-61. Belich hands it off to Decons across, as holding on to it, Keely Bake. Belly will turn. Belly with the right hand. Bodies up, fall away jumper. That one is up and out, no good. Decons almost got a hand on it. Western basketball. Belly couldn't get her to roll. Belly 6 of 13 from the floor so far. And Western is going to call a timeout. 3:52 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech leads 66-61. And it's a full timeout, so with it, well, maybe not. Yep, it is a full timeout. With it, we'll take one. We're back right after this.
Trident 5550, the Case IH combination application system solution. A couple of key points for model year 2024 are going to be the addition of a 135-foot spray boom for that enhanced productivity, and then Aim Command Flex 2, the ultimate in advanced spray technology, individual on-off nozzle control, a host of other features, making the most of your product application. To learn more, visit your Case IH distributor or caseih.com.
Hey, welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. We see some of our great sponsors there, Rocky Mountain Credit Union, Case IH, Torgerson's. We have had a whole lot of people step up to help us this year, and we've put together a lot of things really quickly, and certainly couldn't do it without them. So my sincere thanks to those sponsors and the rest of them that have been with us, and we've got some big fun stuff planned here as we continue to chug forward with Montana Tech athletics.
That's good to hear. And you need these sponsors. They're important people to your program and to your school, and they're doing a great job of doing this. I remember when gyms were not allowed sponsorships.
Yeah,
that's how old I am.
Yeah.
Now they're necessary.
5-point lead for the Digs. Western with the basketball. Into the offensive side, controlling is Bethel. Adito calling for it in the high posts. 3-point shot, Haverfield, long. Rebound, Asa Williams. Williams clears it out. He'll drop it off. Keely Bake going to run the offense.
Slow it down, run your stuff. You have the lead. Tech
by 5. The other games right now, Providence leading Northern 76-66. And Rocky up over Carroll 63-59. Both, actually the Providence game is done. So Providence knocked off Northern. And the Carroll game has about 5 minutes. Keely Bake for 3. Keely Bake.
Dagger.
That's his second of the day.
Yeah, and both of them were real important.
Keely Bake, 2 of 4 from downtown. Montana Tech leads by 8. And we're going to get a big collision here. Asa Williams and Adito both go to the ground, and Aza's going to be called with a shove as he tried to go through Adodo. Or excuse me, Adito. Western substitution here. Thought they might try and come in and run a towel over the floor where they went down, but they haven't.
They should.
Yeah, that's honestly. And they'll not do so. So Western will inbound. Michael Haverfield. Haverfield comes into Taylor. Taylor moving right. Montana Tech by 8. Taylor, he's going to fire the 3. It's on its way and good.
Big time shot.
Quincy Taylor has 6 points. Western is 7 of 16 from downtown. They're shooting 44% from the arc. Tech leads by 5. Healy Bake to Belich, back to Bake. Belly drifts out left. Asa Williams in the bottom left corner. Bottom right, Decons. They'll move it across to Asa. Asa catch, take to the rack, and he rolls it in.
That basket was created by the post up of Belich. He took the baseline. Belich just turned and screened him off with his rear side, and that made it easy.
Taylor hands it off to Adito, off the glass and in. Adito has 14. You have to be in heaven with the amount of players that are using the glass today.
I'm a big believer, always have been a big believer in the glass. You can go back and ask my high school team, shoot the glass. It's a great percentage shot.
That's it. 5-point lead for Tech. Keeley Bake. OKK now to Williams. Asa far left. Dribbles up toward the top, step back. Asa has a lane, spins, fires from 6, and it rolls in. Use the force, young man.
That's called touch.
15 points for Asa Williams. Montana Tech by 7.
Got to shoot some threes now. Edney's got to have the ball. They got to get him open. There's one of them.
Stepney from the line, no good. Rebound, Belich. Rebound number 4 for Caleb on the day. And that one knocked away. Now a whistle and a foul. Is Quincy Taylor going to get it? Team foul number 8 on the Bulldogs of Montana Western.
It's all about the free throw line now for Tech.
Tech is 15 of 19 from the free throw line, and Keeley Bake is not the guy you want there.
Unless you're his teammate.
Yeah,
coach.
unless you're going to school at Montana Tech.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeley Bake, 83% from the line.
Probably one of the hardest workers I've ever watched in the gym.
Yeah, I don't even know. I was going to say, he's a guy that I had a high regard for before I came up here and took a job here. And I feel like he's in the gym every day before I get here, and he's in the gym when I leave.
Every day.
Yep, I'm a big fan of Keeley Bake. 7 points, shoot one more. Bake, 2 of 2. 8 points on the day for Bake, the lead out to 9. Bake will check out. Krishan Dixon will come in. Boy, those two are a tandem at guard. Holy moly.
That's a nice backup to have, whoever backs who up.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to come off the bench with the same type of player.
You know, and defensively, they're the same type of player, but offensively, they bring completely different abilities, and it makes the game plan that much harder depending on who's on the floor. The inbound to Taylor. Taylor forced to dribble it into the zone. They'll call the timeout.
Got to shoot some threes and then play some defense.
Yeah. Watch out for Jalen Stepney here later. Western as a team that can shoot the deep ball. Let's take a look at individual numbers here real quickly. For Western, so you have Stepney shooting 34% from the arc. Adito at 39%. Granted, that's on 5 of 13 shooting. 30% for Haverfield. And Berkeley is at 40% on the year from downtown.
Well, they're shooting it decently tonight.
Yep. Yeah, actually, their number tonight is really strong. They're at 44% from the arc tonight. They're 7 of 16.
Yeah.
You're going to take that to the bank any day of the week.
Every game.
Deedon will check in for Tech. Some strong minutes for that young man in the first half. So a 9-point lead for the Digs, 75-66, 1:11 left to play here in regulation. Montana Tech looking to go to 4-0. Let's check that Carroll game. As we mentioned, Northern fell at home. Winning in the Armory is, it's not impossible, but it's really close. That's a big win by Providence. And putting up 76 points against Northern is a pretty big good day at the office as well.
Looks to me like Northern didn't shoot the basketball that well.
Yep. The other game, Carroll Rocky is in Billings. 5 minutes left. Rocky is up 63-59. Let's see if I can update those numbers. That might be a little old. Carroll's now up 66-63 with 3 minutes left.
Boy, what a game that's got to be.
Big time. Yep, so Carroll leads Rocky 66-63. That says to me Carroll's defense is playing awfully well. They're guarding the perimeter well, because Rocky from the arc is scary.
You know, for as much that they got that new coach come in, he lost quite a bit. He had to find some players, and he's done an exceptional job there.
They've gelled really well in a short time.
Yeah,
they've done a nice job. Tech leads by 9 here. They're looking to go to 4-0. Again, they'll go to Providence on Saturday, 2 p.m. for the women, 4 p.m. for the men. And, of course, you can catch those games at GoDiggers.com. They're looking at replay. What would we be replaying? Nothing even registers why we would go to the replay, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't know what referees do. I have no idea what's going on.
And the officials brought it up to Coach Hyatt, whatever it was. Coach Hyatt didn't view it as a big deal at all. Nine-point lead.
We were confirming that the last three-point try was a 3, which it is.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks. Wow.
Thanks.
Just the officials come away. So if you didn't hear him on the mic, they were confirming that the last three-point shot was a 3, and it was. That's very nice of him. Spin move up top. Up there is Taylor. Taylor gets it out on the right side. Taylor attacks and is fouled.
Yeah, he missed a travel there. He shuffled his feet.
So Deedon will pick up the personal.
The referees amaze me because this is difficult. This is really a hard job, and most people can't stand referees. But what they've done tonight is really control what goes on out on the floor. This has been a real physical basketball.
It has been extremely physical. It has been the entirety of the game, but yet it has never been out of hand, even remotely.
Yep. That's because of good officiating, trust me.
Taylor, 7 points. And Coach Hyatt is going to call a timeout. 1 minute left to play here in the ball game. An 8-point lead now after that make, as the teams will gather and chat here for a moment. Let's go ahead and get you updated on that other score here for a second. Again, Providence beat Northern 76-66, so Providence goes to 2-2, and Northern goes to 1-3 in conference play. Carroll leads Rocky 68-65 with 2 minutes left. Let's take a look at numbers there. We might as well. We're here. Carroll being led by James Lang. Lang has 23 points. Andrew Cook has 17.
Andrew Cook's the real deal.
He's
an outstanding player.
On the other side, Jesse Owens has 23 for Rocky. Cale Robinson has 18. Maxim Stevens has 12. So they're doing Carroll's doing a nice job on Maxim Stevens. Stevens had a monster on this floor.
Stevens is a monster.
Yeah.
He's a heck of a player.
Their 7-footer must be kind of battling inside. Guzalosic probably playing awfully well. So yeah, good ball game going on there in Billings. Carroll leads 68-65, 2 minutes left. The Digs looking to go to 4-0 in conference play. And boy, if Rocky is able to get that win over Carroll, I mean, that springs Montana Tech up by 2 games just like that.
Yes.
So at the line, Quincy Taylor shooting his second. Taylor rims out. Belich with a rebound. And he'll get rid of it across to Krishan. Krishan fouled.
They got their free throw shooters in. Belich, Kitty Bake, Asa.
Deedon will check back in. Also back in is Birdie, as Hayden Decons will check back in.
Deedon's is replacing. He's coming in to play defense. That's what his job is.
Yes, indeed.
Understand your role.
So Krishan Dixon at the line shooting the 1-and-1. This is the final 1-and-1. From here on in, it would be 2. Front half of the bonus for Krishan, money.
Yeah, this is when your free throw shooters come in.
Krishan out of Billings Central. He is truly one of the, we don't get it very often where we can't say, we never called a Krishan game at Billings Central.
Ever.
Which is just crazy to me.
Yeah, we never did have Billings Central.
Dixon with 8 points. Montana Tech by 10. Down the floor, Taylor. Taylor goes across the baseline, puts it up off balance, too deep under the basket. That one gets knocked out of play. And they will say Western basketball. 45 seconds remaining. And now Western will call a timeout. Montana Tech leads by 10. Just a tremendous day of basketball. The Western women getting a big win. Much closer ball game than the score, I think, would suggest.
Well, Tech made another run. And both teams had runs, and this has been the third one. And Tech's expanded the lead. And Western's in trouble right now. They're going to have to send them to the free throw line with 45 seconds if they want a shot at this.
So Montana Tech on the road at Providence on Saturday. Men at 4, women at 2. And those games, of course, you'll be able to find at GoDiggers.com. And that will be the first trip through conference. So at that point, we've played everybody. And then we'll get ready for round trip 2. And then, of course, we'll wrap it up with a round trip 3.
Our favorite conference, you play each other 3 times.
Dickinson joins us not this next year, but the year following in 25. And,
they need to find another team that get in at the same time.
You know, and there's obviously a lot of talk, but you just don't know. Like, you don't know what those schools that are in the North Star are going to do, whether they're going to join us. It sounds like several of them are exploring Division II. Jamestown joined the North Star for this year and this year only. And but yeah, several schools are looking into D2, I'm not even sure, truthfully. Who knows? I mean, I don't know if our commissioner and our presidents want them all. We're probably going to want to handpick the ones that we.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Quincy Taylor, left side, Stepney down to the deep corner, Haverfield going to pop. 3-point shot, money. Michael Haverfield, ladies and gentlemen, he has 17. The inbound, Krishan fouled immediately. Tech leads by 7. And we'll walk the other way. Western has to be, if they're not out of timeouts, they have to be awfully close. They've used a full slate of timeouts here today.
Yeah, Western's out of timeouts.
All right. Krishan makes that one look easy. Krishan, 3 of 3 from the foul line. He has 9 points. He had 13 against Concordia earlier this year. That's his high water mark for the year. He had 15 against Rocky last season. And Krishan now into double digits with 10. The inbound to Taylor. Taylor across midcourt, 30 seconds. Taylor goes lefts, passes it back. Stepney from downtown, 3-point shot, no good. But Asa Williams got a piece of it.
Well, coach isn't too upset. He knows it's under control here. He's going to shoot 3, though.
Belich is getting ready to check back in.
Free throw shooters are coming.
Yep.
There's a lot more to coaching than just watching the game. You got to be ready. He wants his free throw shooters in here.
So Stepney will shoot 3. He's 2 of 2 from the foul line on the year. He has 17 points currently. And his first is on the way and good. 18 points for Stepney. He averages 18 a game. I love that our loudest cheering section are the young kids, and we have our football team here. we need to go teach lessons. We need the random 8-year-olds to teach our football team how to be loud.
They're doing it.
Stepney into the ball game is Torgerson. So Torgy will get his first minutes here tonight. Boy, he's another one that has really put up a good argument for more minutes. His minutes this season, when he has been on the floor, have been really good minutes. Dual sport athlete, of course, slot receiver for Montana Tech this year, was asked to go out for the football team by his brother, who is a coach, due to the knee injury to his other brother.
Yeah. Well, they were all good athletes in Great Falls at Great Falls High.
Well, that's, I don't know. I hope people don't forget that. But Levi, you know, obviously came to Tech to play basketball, but he was first-team all-conference offense, first-team all-conference defense. He was selected to the Shrine Game. He is football through and through, and, you know, he just wanted to play basketball and, you know, stepped in to play football this past season and was fantastic. 6-point lead here for the Digs, looking to go 4-0 and really get themselves some separation in conference. Let's get a score on that Carroll game. The inbound to Belich, now to Torgerson. Torgerson, foul.
Well, that's what they put him in for, to shoot free throws.
All right, so Carroll, if Carroll gets the win at Rocky, 72-65. So that puts Carroll at 3-1. Montana Tech holds on to win this. They'll go to 4-0. And that puts some separation between Tech and Carroll and the rest of them. So substitutions again. The defensive guys will come in.
Now this is the first time he's played. He got in here to 25, 26 seconds to go and steps up, knocks down a big free throw.
He's unflappable. I mean, imagine what he had to do to fight for a meal in his house. He's the youngest of those guys. Stepney moving right. He fires off balance and he gets it. Stepney has 23. Montana Tech looking to bring it in, and they'll call a timeout.
Smart timeout.
13 seconds left. Montana Tech will get a timeout, get some different personnel in here.
Your free throw shooters in.
That's it. Yeah, so the conference is going to get real interesting here. Northern goes to 1-4. Rocky goes to 1-4. Carroll College now 3-1, or rather, excuse me, Northern is 1-3. My apologies. Rocky is 1-3. Carroll is 3-1. And Montana Tech looking to try and put this thing to bed somehow and go to 4-0 in Frontier Conference play.
Well, they're going to get fouled. They got to get the ball in bounds, and then they're going to get fouled right away. They just got to make their free throws. Be truthful with you, they just got to make one right now, and they can walk out of here.
So as they chat it over again, remember Montana Tech goes on the road Saturday. 2 o'clock game for the women, 4 o'clock for the men. Those games up to the University of Providence. You can watch the stream at godiggers.com. So they come out on the floor after the timeout. And Montana Tech will look to inbound. Krishan Dixon has OKK in front of him. Keeley Bake out near the top of the horn. Asa Williams and Belich out near midcourts. Krishan looking to get it in here. Sends him in motion. Pass knocked out of bounds as Haverfield got a piece of it.
That's what you do. You go to the ball. You don't stand and wait for it. You go to the ball. They're going to slap.
Krishan wanted the deep shot. Western going to get the steal in the backcourt. 10 seconds. Three-point shot. Haverfield, no good. Rebound slowly out of bounds, and it will be Montana Tech ball with 7 seconds. So the Digs dodged a bullet there, looking to inbound here. Asa Williams gets the inbound and gets run over. Bethel will pick up the personal. And Asa Williams will go the other way and shoot 2. 2-possession ball game here with 5.9 seconds remaining.
Let's talk a little bit about class. Edney picked Asa Williams up off the floor. That says a lot.
Agreed. I'm not sure if you've missed the memo, but not a whole lot of love lost between these programs.
No.
Boy, we've had some just tremendous ball games. I think of the Frontier Conference Tournament semifinal game on this floor that Western and Tech 2 years ago. And Asa's first rims out no good. Montana Tech has had a couple opportunities to not only close the door, but throw the deadbolt in it, and they have been unable to make that happen here over the last 20 seconds. Asa Williams, second, gets it. 16 points for Asa. Western will inbound to Bethel. Bethel He's going to take it, gets separation off the glass, no good. Tipped up in the air. Decons just swatting it around to burn clock, and Montana Tech gets the win. 81-76, our final. Montana Tech goes to 4-0 in Frontier Conference play, and the Bulldogs of UM Western 1-3 in Frontier Conference play with the loss. JT, give us your final thoughts, my friend.
This is an outstanding basketball game. They took care of the basketball. Both teams shot the ball well. I think Western had one run. They had a mini run right here, but it's too late. And Tech had 2 runs, and that second run was the difference in this basketball game.
So the Digs go to 4-0 with 1 game left through the first trip. They'll go to the University of Providence on Saturday. Women at 2, men at 4. And again, Western 1-3 in Frontier Conference play. We'll, of course, see the Bulldogs 2 more times, and both of those will be in Dillon. So both games against Dillon, remaining 2 games, will be thrown down to Stroud Gymnasium. So that could certainly change the dynamic and the texture of those next 2 games as well.
Well, it will. You gotta hold home. Tech did their job tonight. They held home and won twice on the road, so they really are the front runner in this conference.
I'm going to take a quick break. We've got Coach Adam Hyatt. We'll check in with him right after this.
Now's the time to get into Butte Auto and custom build your own ride just the way you want it. Choose from 9 brands and compare them all at one location. Don't wait. Take advantage of our VIP appointment or stay where you are and shop easily from ButteAuto.com. At Butte Auto, we believe in exceptional service and an easy buying process. Easy buying process. Contact one of our 4 dealerships and custom build your next ride at Butte Auto today.
Branding with a company like Butte Auto that shares our mission.
19 here tonight. I looked at you at one point and you had a grin from ear to ear. Give me your just the feelings you've had, obviously getting back, but you looked like you were comfortable here again tonight.
Yeah, obviously it's been tough. You know, there's a lot of steps to the journey coming back from a knee injury like this, but I think it was important for me to just find fun and find that joy again. And that's what I've been focusing on, going out there and just trying to have the most fun I can with my teammates at this last go-round. So,
you know, the other thing I love about it is even when, you know, the shooting, the baskets weren't hitting for you, you know, you're not finding the bottom of the net, you went to the other side of the floor, and your defense, you can tell that's a point of pride for you this year. You've really gotten after it defensively. You've made some big plays here over the last couple games.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, people are probably going to look to attack me, you know, with a little bum knee, but, you know, just buckling down and trying to get that one stop for my team when we need it, that's important. So, I mean, defense wins games at the end of the day, as you see today.
That's it. So you got Providence left, 1 game left for the first trip through. You're heading up there on Saturday. They won.
They won tonight?
Yeah, they won tonight.
At Northern?
They won at Northern pretty handily, it looked like. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team. They gave us a run for our money 4 times last year when we played them. So I'm sure they'll be up for it. They'll be ready to go. And, I mean, it's going to be a good challenge for us. Hopefully we can finish this first go-around with another win. So.
There you go. Caleb Billich, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb, congratulations. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We'll get Coach Adam Hyatt here in a moment. Hey, we'll do a little dance. Coach, congratulations. Big win at home.
Big win. Happy about this win. They're a very good team.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's the thing about our league is there's no bad team. As we keep saying all the time, Western's a terrific team. They've had some big wins this year. They beat Arizona Christian by 10 points already this year down in Arizona. We knew they were going to get their best shot tonight. They played extremely well. It was a grinder. It was a battle. I mean, it's what we expected. I mean, that's the nice thing about conference play is like that's our expectation. Our expectation isn't to go into games and say, oh, we're going to blow teams out. That's just unrealistic with this year's league. We got too many good players, too many good teams. You know, we just got to find ways to grind out wins, and we sure did tonight.
You know what, and it felt like, again, defense really led the charge. You know, and I brought it up to Caleb, his defense is really has seen another level this year, it feels like. You know, even when the baskets weren't falling for him, his defense on the other side of the floor, you could tell he was taking it as a point of pride. And, you know, the play on defense against a really good team tonight was outstanding.
Yeah, he's really gotten a lot better. He's all those things that you hate doing, you know, before an injury, right? And then you can't play basketball for 8 months, and then all of a sudden you come back, you're like, I am not going to take a day for granted. And that's the way that he's playing right now. He's playing really good defense, he's rebounding for us, and he's locked in from the foul line. 3 areas where he struggled last year, and he's really been really efficient with those things. But Hayden Decons was outstanding.
Huge.
You know, had a double-double tonight. You know, only missed 1 shot. Krishawn Dixon's just been so consistent for us. He's just been an unreal player. Best point guard in the league. in our estimation by far in terms of leading a team, being efficient, assist, defense, two-way guy. He's just been so good.
And you look at, and he and Keely Bake, if you're rotating them at point, you lose nothing. You actually almost create headache for the defender because offensively they present such a different problem, but defensively they're both glued.
They're very similar. They're both dogs, on the defensive side. We were a little discouraged. We mentioned the team. We were discouraged in the first half because we had zero field goals from our bench, and that's very uncharacteristic. So we challenged our bench that they had to be better because their bench was outplaying them in a pretty significant manner. And boy, they stepped up in the second half. Afani, Cam with those big rebounds, Keely making big shots. These guys just never quit though. Just when you think, oh, it's a double-digit game, there's less than a minute, the game's not over with these guys. They're gonna fight to the very end. They're very well coached. They're a tough team. Every game with them is going to be a battle.
The only other one I have to bring up is Bridger Deaton. He comes in for just a couple minutes, and in those couple minutes, huge plays. And again, the defensive side of the ball was monstrous.
Well, honestly, he was impactful in the first half, too. We played in the last 3 minutes of the first half because of foul trouble, and boy, he was just terrific. He knows his role. He embraces it. He's a guy that we can depend on. We really just love that kid. When you have guys that are tough, that are physical, that are gritty, and that are superstars in their role, you're going to win a lot of games.
That's it. So one more left on the first trip through. You go to Providence on Saturday. First time we'll see the Argos on the year.
Yeah, guess what? They're a really good team.
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah, shocker. Doesn't matter. They're a really good team. It's going to be an extremely difficult game.
All right. Congratulations, Coach, and good luck.
All right.
All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll take a look at the numbers and wrap it up right after this.
Trident 5550, the Case IH Combination Application System Solution. A couple of key points for model year 2024 are going to be the addition of a 135-foot spray boom for that enhanced productivity, and then AIM Command Flex 2, the ultimate in advanced spray technology, individual on-off nozzle control, a host of other features, making the most of your product application. To learn more, visit your Case IH distributor or caseih.com.
Hey, once again, welcome back here to the campus of Montana Tech. Real quickly, wrapping things up, Montana Tech goes to 4-0 in conference play, and the Bulldogs fall to 1-3 in conference play with one trip left as Montana Tech will go on the road to Great Falls to take on Providence on Saturday. Running through team numbers, actually individually, Stepney, 23 points here. Jalen Stepney averages 18. He had 6 in the first half, 17 in the second half. Some monster threes that really gave them a lot of life in the second half.
Well, he's the guy who had to come out and get them in the game if they wanted to win this thing, and he and Haverfield just got to get it done on this team.
Haverfield, 17 points. Adito with 14 points here tonight. Quincy Taylor gets 7. Christian Pitcher with 6. From there, you also have Jackson Berkeley with 7 points on the night for the Bulldogs, once again, who fall to 1-3 in Frontier Conference play. On the other side for Montana Tech, it looks like it's Caleb Bellich here tonight. 19 points for Belly, 4 3-pointers. He was 3 of 3 from the foul line. Great talking to him after the match, but 19 points for Belly. Back-to-back 19-point games. Had 19 against Carroll, gets 19 here tonight against Western.
He's returned for everybody that's worried about it. They watched him earlier and he was struggling, but his game's back.
Asa Williams, 16 points on the evening, a pair of 3-pointers in the first half. Krishan Dixon with 10 on the night. He goes 4 of 4 from the foul line. Krishan had a really good ball game. As Coach mentioned when we talked, Decons has a double-double, 13 points for Decons, and Birdie also finished with 10 rebounds. So, like we talk about, the blue collar out of that kid just to everywhere you need him to be. 13 points for Decons, 10 rebounds. Keely Bake with 8 points. Michael Ure also with 8 points. Let's see here. From there, Torgy was 1 of 2 from the foul line, 1 point for him. And wrapping it up, OKK. OKK gets 6 points on the evening, and the bulk of those coming from the foul line as he goes 4 of 5 from the foul line for Montana Tech. Our final, 81-76. The Montana Tech Ore Diggers get the win over the Bulldogs. For John Thatcher, I'm Paul Panisco. Thanks for joining us on Digger Vision. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, take care.